Namaskar everyone, I am Neetu Jain. In this video, we are going to discuss the Competency Framework for Indian Civil Services and its meaning and significance. In order to set the context, I would also share with you brief about CBC Capacity Building Commission, Mission Karmyogi, igot platform, Fracing, types and levels of competencies as well. There is a very famous Chinese proverb, if you want fruits for a year, grow rice. If you want fruits for 10 years, grow tree. If you want fruits for a lifetime, grow human being. Means invest into development and capabilities of people and they would give you their best. Yes, capacity building of civil servants is a very crucial and pertinent issue for ministries, departments and organizations, that is MDOs, keeping in view the potpourri of challenges posed by technology-driven disruption happening in the VUCA world, that is a world which is volatile, uncertain, complex and ambiguous. MDOs urgently require new executive capabilities to cope with an array of challenges ranging from coping with growing aspirations and expectations of citizens to enabling continual innovation for developing new citizen-centric programs and services, increasing stakeholder responsiveness to meeting regulatory requirements, and uncertainty to managing increasingly complex new public services. Moreover, situation has become more complex, keeping in view advances in technology, the widespread application of information and communication technologies in the governance, the changing pattern of aspirations, rising expectations of citizens have propelled the demand for new skill set. Prized skill sets are becoming obsolete at a record pace, and the new skills we had never heard of until a few years ago are becoming crucial for continued success and even existence of many organizations. The challenges posed by VUCA markets or VUCA environment and the organizational capability gaps demand a fundamental rethinking of the approach to developing the executives or officers or civil servants who will lead the ministries of the future. Indeed, officers, civil servants need to have adequate skill set in order to address the challenges posed by the VUCA environment. Now, let us first understand the backdrop of civil services competency framework. Initially, Department of Personnel and Training of Government of India initiated the project titled Strengthening Human Resource Management of Civil Services in the year 2011 in collaboration with UNDP. The project was undertaken to support the Government of India to shift from rule-based personnel administration towards competency-based system of strategic human resource management for the Indian civil services and build an enabling environment for developing civil servants so that they can perform in a more effective and efficient manner. A primary outcome of this initiative was creation of a competency dictionary, and this dictionary was developed in consultation with a large number of civil servants in the center and state governments. The overarching purpose of this dictionary was to foster more effective, efficient, transparent and accountable public administration at the national and state levels. Capacity Building Commission was created by Government of India, and the mission of Capacity Building Commission was to create optimal learning opportunities for each civil servant with the objective to build an agile and future-ready public service. Capacity Building Commission intends to transform Indian civil services learning ecosystem with an objective to enable smart, accountable, citizen-centric and effective public services. National Program for Civil Services Capacity Building is called Mission Karmyogi, which aims to create competent civil services rooted in Indian ethos, with a shared understanding of India's priorities, working in harmonization for effective and efficient public service delivery. National Program for Civil Services Capacity Building will radically improve the human resource management practices in the government through state-of-the-art infrastructure to augment the capacity of civil servants. There is a need to create more Karmyogis from Karmcharis. Now let us see what is igot platform. Karmyogi Bharat, the special product vehicle constituted under Mission Karmyogi, has set up the igot Karmyogi portal, which now has over 4.6 lakh users from various government departments and more than 420 published courses. igot Karmyogi is a comprehensive online platform devised to guide civil services officials in their capacity building journey. igot seeks to advance online face-to-face blended learning and facilitating discussions through different forums and hubs, managing career paths and enabling reliable assessments that credibly signal competencies of officials. igot allows officials to engage in anytime, anywhere learning using self-directed or guided learning paths, making continuous learning possible for all. And igot has been designed to provide guidance and support to the officials through job-specific learning resources and collaboration with experienced officials. It is also aimed to empower officials with the tool to take charge of their own professional learning journey, making them accountable for their own career trajectory. Now let us see what is fracking. The word frac means framework of roles, activities and competencies. Each position in any MDO will have three components, that is roles, activities and competencies. Fracking is the process of mapping of these three constructs for each individual position within all government ministries, departments and organizations at the national, state and local level. For example, any MDO will have a set of positions manned by people in order to function smoothly. Any civil servant or official on that position would be required to perform a number of roles. In other words, there would be a clear job description of the job holder, and this job holder or role incumbent would be expected to carry out a wide range of activities in order to perform these roles. Let us take the position of section officer. Fracking is nothing but assessing as to what roles, activities and competencies are required to perform the role of a section officer effectively and efficiently in a particular MDO. Now, what do we mean by competencies? Competencies have been defined by Boyces of Hay Group in 1982 as those underlying characteristics of an employee, such as motives, traits, skills, aspects of one's social image or role, which can result in an effective and superior performance in a job or role. Therefore, a competency is any knowledge, skill, trait, motive, attitude, value or other personal characteristic that is essential to perform a job and that differentiates average from superior performers. Now let us understand the types and levels of competencies. There are three types of competencies, that is behavioral competency, domain competency and functional competency. Behavioral competencies are defined as key values and strengths that help an official to perform effectively in a range of jobs. For example, competencies pertaining to communication, public accountability, strategic thinking, driving change, etc. Functional competencies are defined as application of knowledge or skills required to perform effectively in a specific role or group of jobs. For example, competencies pertaining to policy making, financial analysis, noting drafting, project management, etc. Now, domain competencies are defined for a specific department and may also be defined for jobs across departments that share common tasks and functions. Domain, for example, competencies pertaining to direct taxes, specific acts, laws, macroeconomic trends, inflation, etc. There would be different levels of each of these competencies. One individual may be on level 1 of a particular competency, while another individual could be on another level, that is level 2, 3, 4 or 5. The purpose of any training or learning program is to bridge the gap between the desired or expected level and current level of competency so that the person can perform effectively and efficiently in his or her given role. Therefore, competency assessment should be an ongoing process as it would provide valuable inputs on competencies which need to be developed in civil servants for their work effectiveness and development. A competency dictionary is a collection of competencies for an organization from where competencies for specific jobs or role can be identified. Now let us try to understand the paradigm shift in capacity building initiative of civil servants. We all know that civil servants are an important part of any government or administration, responsible for providing essential public services to citizens and for ensuring that government policies and programs are implemented effectively and efficiently. With around 20 million bureaucrats in India, civil services play a crucial and critical role in policy making and execution, considering the high expectations of citizens. The existing capacity building initiative for civil services were facing some issues. For example, there is a prevalence of a stereotyped work culture where civil servants work in silos without a shared vision of national priorities. The officials in MDOs usually do not share their knowledge and perspectives with each other as there are barriers to sharing knowledge, which in turn hinders collaboration among them. There was also a lack of lifelong and continuous learning environment for all civil servants. Moreover, the existing training policies are sporadic that focuses on individual innovations rather than implementing a comprehensive and systemic approach. A lot of money is also being spent in creating infrastructure for training which is utilized by a few people of that organization. Moreover, the need of the hour is to transition from rule-based human resource management system to a role-based system where emphasis would be on assigning the right person for the right role at the right time, which is how Mission Karmyogi came into existence. In September 2020, the Government of India launched Mission Karmyogi as a national program for capacity building aimed at reforming the Indian bureaucracy and building highly effective civil services to further the growth of nation as envisioned by Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi. Under the able direction of Honorable Union Minister, Department of Personnel and Training, Dr. Jitendra Singh, the institutional framework for the mission was created and structured. The program is being designed to change the human resource management system for government employees from a rule-based to a role-based model while providing competency-based human resources in governance. As a result of this initiative, a competency-based HR system for civil servants has been developed and competency-based approaches have been applied to individual civil servants as well as to the planning and implementation of government policies and programs. The prime objective of competencies-based training is to stimulate the inner strength and capabilities and also to improve the functional competencies of the individual. Envisioned as one of the largest capacity building initiative in government organizations, Mission Karmyogi program has begun with a view to cover approximately 46 lakhs government officials at the center with the ultimate goal of transforming approximately 1.5 crore government officials across the center, the states and the local bodies. Competency Framework for Indian Civil Services has 5 pillars which incorporates 30 different competencies in total. Each competency has a definition and its proficiency level. A certain proficiency level is required for any particular position in any MDO. The 5 broad categories or components are ethos, ethics, equity, efficiency and productivity. So let us see what is ethos. Ethos focuses on the importance of citizen centricity and inclusiveness and promotes public good and long-term interests of the nation. Second component, ethics, highlights the importance of integrity, transparency, openness and fairness. The third component, equity, motivates the participants to treat all citizens alike, ensures justice to all with empathy for the weaker sections. Fourth component, efficiency, promotes operational excellence and value for money in managing human capital and nurtures capability. Fifth and the last component, productivity, provides an opportunity to learn about human resource management, office management and how to deal with audit and parliamentary matters. So friends, now we summarize what we covered in this video. In this video, we focused on competency framework for Indian civil servants comprising 5 pillars. In order to understand its evolution, we focused a bit on role of CBC, role of Mission Karmyogi, igot platform, meaning of fracking, types and levels of competencies. In the next video, we would throw more light on each of these components. Thank you friends for your time.